I appreciate that.
All right, welcome back. This is TrendingSA on SABC3. We're also online on TrendingSA.tv. Thank you for all of the love, all of the tweets, Insta, the works. Zama Ngcobo, we love to hear from you. Now, our amazing guest tonight is a South African actress, MC, radio and television personality. Her journey in the industry started when she became one of those continuity presenters on SABC1. Sing it with me. Simunye, oh, we are one. As an actress, she's featured in the soapy Generations. She played the very famous role of Davida and also on Is Tembi. So she's back on our screens right now with a brand new factual variety show called Leading Citizen on SABC3. Ladies and gentlemen, so excited to meet her. Zama Ngcobo's here! Once again.
Thank you.
Listen, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Oh my God.
We go deep into the archives always. If you've had an illustrious career or like a career of some length,
Right.
people will remember the very first things
Of course,
that
yeah.
you did.
Right.
So can we talk a little bit about Simunye and
my
being
God.
a continuity
Y'all
presenter?
dug deep, didn't you?
I told you, deep dives, yeah. What's the story?
Oh my
How did you
gosh.
get this gig? How did that happen?
Right.
Because this was like the most coveted job for a while.
It was for a long time,
Yeah.
exactly that. It was
Yeah.
just a childhood desire of mine. Everyone imagined themselves being on the screen. And, you know, I desired it. I wanted it. And I think it was just luck. And I think it was just opportunity. It presented itself. And one thing, I was just watching TV at home. And next thing they say, we're looking for presenters. So we're going on a national tour. So wherever you are, KZN, you better stand up. I was like, oh, that's me.
Yes,
Me.
yes, yes.
So, and that's how it started. So I went for national auditions. I went firstly to Durban because they were looking for Nguni languages. I think it was Xhosa, Zulu, and all of that.
Sure.
So it was a lot of people.
Really?
It was the longest queue. I remember I arrived like at 6 in the morning and ended up leaving at 4 p.m.
Sure.
That's how full it was. But, you know, long and short of it,
What
out
did they
of
ask you to do once you got
35,000 people, I was chosen.
into the audition room?
Well, they gave us a script
Yeah.
and you had to improvise it. And I think I did well by improvising in Zulu.
Yes.
So I think a lot of people made a mistake. Maybe that's why they were not chosen, because they just spoke English all the way. And it's actually what I wanted. I always said, you know what, it will be cool to do this job, but in my own language.
Yes, babe.
Yeah, so when I went in there, I knew what I wanted to do, and then boom, I started. Wow, y'all dug deep. Is that me?
Right, so let's talk
Ring
about
the
this
alarm.
acting thing.
Right.
And then you do the presenting thing. But there's also another thing that you did, which is still in broadcast, which was radio.
Yes.
So you were on Ukhozi FM, co-hosting in the morning on the breakfast show.
Right.
How important is it to do all the things that you can, especially in our industry in South Africa?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say all the things, because then you suffer overexposure. I would just say do as much as you can. Identify what you're good at. It's always great to have more than just one talent so you can stay employable, because the industry is very small. So if you're just a presenter, you're going to struggle. You know, what if they're looking for an actress? What if they want you to do radio? So don't box yourself in. Learn new skills, but be good at it. You get what I'm saying? You can't just do anything and everything. Be good at it. And I was fortunate that I'm pretty cool in quite a few things.
Great at a few things. Lala, you then left to Ukhozi FM to start your own business. Tell us about Upoloba Investments when I'm
Yes, that takes bravery, hey? Because you literally leave money on the table.
Yes.
And you say, you know what, I'm good. I've had amazing opportunities, but I'd like to move on from here. So I did that, and it was the scariest experience of my life, living permanent and security more than anything. A lot of people never want to, bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, I was trying to keep it in.
She's like, you know. Yeah, so I left. I've always wanted to do this. You know, I've been in the industry for a long time. And I just
So
felt
what is the
like
business? What's the company?
it's Poloba Investments.
Yeah.
So I'm investing in content right now.
Beautiful.
I've invested in events management, in
Beautiful.
consultancy. So in all of, but right now I'm just passionate about creating content. So that's what we're doing. And actually, my first project is Leading Citizen.
Well,
So I'm
let's
very
talk
happy.
about that. Good segue, girl. Leading Citizen, it is about what? It is right here on SABC3.
Yes.
How do you go about, I mean, tell us about the show and how you go about finding the people you interview.
Well, being from KZN, like I said earlier, I just always had dreams of coming to Johannesburg and making it big here. But I realized when I arrived in Johannesburg that actually Johannesburg stands on the shoulders of people from out of here. So all the successful people are not from here. So I thought, why not shadow them? And I fancy success, you know, but I'm a very practical person. I need for you, Kuli, to explain to me how you got to where you are.
Yes.
It's good to see the end result on Instagram. I see you popping, puppy, but I need to see the hours. I need you to see the work that goes into what you're doing. So we profile people who are products of this environment,
I love
people
that.
who
How?
do business in this environment and they continue to succeed in this environment. People who've put significant hours in a particular industry. So you could be young or you could be old. You could be a come up or an OG. Those are just working titles that we're using. So we like the story, the real story. We want to hear the challenges, the failures. For instance, you have Java here. I mean, you won't believe that he comes from a taxi driving, background. A lot of people look at it and they think it's shoddy, it's dirty, it's bad. Nothing good comes out of it. But he's that child that was born and bred by a mother who was a street vendor in a taxi rank. So good things can come out of that. He's that kid that you see running around. So he had to oversee himself, overcoming those challenges and actually making something of himself. So the first episode you saw him, and you also saw the chairman of Telkom. He's transformed. He used to be a taxi driver, Dr. Jabu Mabuza, and now he's the person, a wealthy man, but is a dignified person. But he has that taxi background.
When is the show on?
It started on Monday. We premiered on Monday.
Beautiful.
So thanks to everyone that supported. We did very well and people are excited about it. So every Monday at 8:30 here on SABC3.
Fabulous.
Nice, Lola.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I love what you're doing.
This is
Thank
really
you.
cool. Now,
Thank
look, I mean, you were here earlier and you heard us speak about the Bill Cosby situation.
Right.
How do you feel that our industry handles the abuse of power and bullying in the space?
That is such an important question. Okay, I, for one, I'm very disappointed, I must say, because Bill Cosby is not just, a comedic icon. He's a cultural icon. He's always been that symbol for black people, symbolizing black success. So now when such things happen, it's embarrassing, it's humiliating, but it does happen in our industry as well. Yes, I've had a few experiences here and there when you go for an audition, let's talk over lunch. Let's talk about it over lunch. And you're like, do we need the lunch to talk about a role? What's happening here? I've been there. Can I call you, in the most ungodly hours? So even that, it's inappropriateness. So where do you draw the line? But, I think we're so gullible, when you really want it, you want it bad and you want to take that call, you want to go on that lunch. But, there's a danger into that. So people in power, they do that.
How did you
because
handle
they know. I think you must always say no. Having that strength to say no. No, I'm not going to go on a date with you. I'm just looking for a job.
But at what point do you know that it's dangerous? This is the thing. So, I mean, are you saying no because you don't want the job or you don't want to have the connection? Or are you saying no because you're like, you're a scary, nervous man, or you don't want to be rude, So you've at least got the strength of character and maybe the gut, the owning of your gut feel to know how to sort of handle that.
Yeah.
Is that what you think has protected you?
I think it's the gut. Listen, you can hear it. An inappropriate call, you hear it. It's in the tone and tone of the person's voice. It's never that professional. It's always laid back and you can see, no, there's nothing professional about this call. So you say no, not because you don't want the job. We always want the job. But because it's very important how you start.
Right.
So once you start taking the lunches, once you start taking those calls and those dates, then you've ruined it for yourself. And so it's important how you start. So I'd rather get it the right way. So yes, girls, it's okay to say no. Please do say no. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble because how many dates and how many, can you take, really?
So Heritage Month is coming to an end just a couple of days before it ends, but we live our heritage every day. How do you live your heritage every day?
I think for me, it's my language. I've been in Johannesburg Joburg for 16 years, but there's nothing, you know,
Watered
this one
down.
thing watered down. It's still pure Kusaileso Zulu. They will even ask me to be like, wow, are you sure uhlale Joburg for 16 years? I just love my language, you know, and I embrace it every day. I'm a Zulu woman.
Important.
And yeah, it's important. I'm preserving my culture. I'm preserving it for my children, for whomever is listening and watching and loves the Zulu language. I think it's my language more than anything. Yeah.
Tell me, what can we expect on the season of Leading Citizen?
Oh my gosh, expect some surprises.
Yeah.
You'll see former presidents
Nice.
coming in, fashion designers.
Nice.
And also some unfamiliar faces.
Nice.
I like that because we're digging new people that, you know, people who are doing amazing stuff that people might not necessarily know, but they will be very inspired and feel elevated by their stories. So it's exciting. I'm very excited.
So you can catch Leading Citizen Monday nights right here on SABC3. Zama Ngcobo, thank you very much for being here, everybody. There we go. We take a very quick ad break and then we wrap things up on Trending SA. BRB, babies.